Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're wondering where the short is. What is it? Carl's date? It's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. And for Valentine's Day, Disney was going to
Well, it's actually for February 10th. It was supposed to be out on the 10th.
Okay.
And it didn't come out on the 10th. So people thought, oh, maybe it'll come on Valentine's Day, which would be completely tasteless and tacky, but we're talking about Disney.
Yeah.
It's still not there.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, we did a previous video. Disney was going to do a short, and it was going to be Carl being sent on dates.
A date, I believe.
A date or whatever. Well, maybe he gets around. I don't know. I have no idea. But maybe he's always up. Maybe that's why he gets all the ladies. But people weren't going to have it. They're like, Carl and Ellie is one of the greatest Disney romances of all time. And it ruins up to have him go out and find somebody else.
Other people are arguing that she left him a message that their adventure was over to go find a new adventure, so that she wanted him to move on, and that it doesn't ruin up, but it'll ruin up for selling merchandise.
She meant for him to go find a new adventure with a little boy and not another woman. Is what she meant. She didn't mean go find somebody to replace me. She's like, no, you go attach some balloons to our house.
Yeah, that's exactly what she was thinking when she said that.
Fly down to South America with a little boy.
Clearly, that's what she was thinking.
You know, when you think about it that way, it's kind of creepy.
No, but I mean, people are pointing out, well, he should be allowed to move on. She kind of wanted him to, but also he's like, how old now? And I think the point was he did move on. He just found like Russell and Doug and, other people in his life and other reasons to, get up in the morning that weren't. Just stop. Don't even. The look on your face.
So, well, no, because they wanted to have kids. They couldn't have kids. So he gets Russell and he can do the Boy Scout thing with.
Yeah, he's like a pseudo grandpa, and and it was like he was moving on. He got Doug, and he got to be different kind of relationship.
He's got a talking dog. I mean, what woman can compare not just to Ellie but to a talking dog?
You might want to rephrase that.
You're much better. I'm saying.
Hey, our dogs would tell you to shut up. That Mama's the best.
You better shut up, because you get in trouble. You sleeping on the couch. That's what they sound like. Okay, yeah. So let's talk about this, because nobody knows where it is. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Over 293, almost 294,000 subs. Yay! More enthusiastic.
Sorry, I'm just being sad that you said a talking dog was better than
I said after Ellie. After his Ellie.
Valentine's Day to me, yay!
No! You are much better than a talking dog.
People would argue the same thing.
No!
Anyway, so good.
Anyway, oh God, Twitter is just full of talking dogs, isn't it? So anyway, you
no
were
offense, puppies.
Trying to find it. Lots of people trying to find it. They said it was delayed on Disney Plus Informer.com.
Yeah, by delayed they mean it just didn't show up and there's no word from Disney. I think that Disney got a lot of pushback and they're like, shit. And they sure as hell don't want to release it today because they thought they had pushback before.
How do you celebrate Valentine's Day? By getting over the love of your life.
I mean, if they would do it, that it turned out that he thought he was going to go on dates, but it turned out that all she wanted to do was talk about her husband or wife. I'm not going to judge. And all he wanted to do was talk about Ellie. Then that, it's about honoring Ellie, then I could see it. But if it's legitimately like he's going on a date because he's going to move on, Valentine's Day would not be the time.
Yeah, people were saying that, knowing Disney current year, they'd probably hook him up with, Jerry's Game, the old man playing chess, the one that fixed Woody, or something. Mm-hmm. That's his date. So anyway, nobody knows where this is. I think they're smart enough to realize that this was a bad move. There was a lot of backlash on Twitter.
Even beyond emotional. Let's look at the financial impact. Disney markets the hell out of Carl and Ellie merch. They just put a pop vinyl out, I think, for their 100 years. It's an Ellie and Carl one. They're constantly doing like pins and bracelets and, mostly geared to women, lounge fly bags and everything else. Carl and Ellie forever. They even have a little mailbox purse with the handprints on it. They have all this stuff. How is that going to affect your sales of Carl and Ellie merch if you made Carl just like, Hey, you know what? I'm moving on to somebody else. Bye, Ellie. You know.
Well, that's a whole new line for next year. It's going to be Carl and Jake from State Farm.
I'm just like, you know, I mean, even if they did Carl and Doug or Carl, you know, and Russell, not in that way.
Oh,
I mean, not for Valentine's
Carl and
Day.
Russell forever.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's a different
Yes,
kind of relationship. He moved on to other kind of relationships. That was the growth. That was his new adventure. He got, you know, he wasn't replacing Ellie. He was just, you know, he has like a pseudo grandson and a dog now and things like that. Yeah. So, you know, people were accepting of it and they understood that. And I get people, you know, stuff happens, people move on. And, you know, people should. But Carl should not because he's not real. And
what?
And
well, Ed Asner died.
The internet will rip you to shreds.
It's a cartoon relationship. The internet will absolutely destroy you if
shippers are going to kick your ass.
Yeah, they already are. So this is well, here's a synopsis again for those of you who missed the first video. In Pixar Animation Studios' special, very special short, Carl's Date, Carl Fredrickson reluctantly agrees to go on a date with a lady friend, but admittedly has no idea how dating works these days. Ever the helpful friend, Doug steps in to calm Carl's predate jitters and offers some tried and true tips for making friends if you're a dog. Don't hump her leg.
Yeah, don't sniff her butt.
Unless she asks for it.
Don't.
Make sure you get consent.
How about releasing an actual short about Carl being a father to Russell and not completely disrespect his wife, along with him being 90 plus years old?
Is he that old? I don't know
I don't know if he's that old, but
he got a lot of hair for a 90-year-old. Yeah, nobody wants to see this. I can't get behind it. He loved Ellie too much, and he's far too old to want to remarry. He's going to live like 10 more years tops, and that's being very optimistic. Why don't they have a short that's a flashback? Like
that's what I said.
Their first date.
Or they could do a whole show just on Carl and Ellie, their adventures leading up when they were kids, or even out, you know, after they're married, but mostly when they were kids. Probably people would love to see it because what you saw in the beginning of Up was pretty fun. I mean, people would watch the heck out of that, and you can still make your money on Carl and Ellie merch. Yeah, it's a win-win.
Disney fell off. Real ones know he wouldn't do this. Yeah, he wouldn't. The whole idea of the first movie is about him loving his wife endlessly, and then Disney made this shit. I'm not interested in watching Carl dating again. No, I won't tolerate this. Ellie was the love of his life. Guys, after a passing of a loved one, it's healthy to move on and not stay in the past. Finding love again after loss is hard, but it's healthy to do so. The whole point, he's not real. And he's dead too. Ed Asner died. The whole point of the movie was to find her own adventures and move past all
these are all the ones that agree. You know.
At least it's not like a Disney cheapquel and they like somehow Ellie comes back to life or they use time travel.
Yeah.
Like Cinderella 3.
No, that goes to the theater. It's called Indiana Jones 5.
Oh my God. If they do time travel, well, they are doing time travel, but they like completely retcon Indiana Jones with time travel. They did that with Cinderella 3. Remember Cinderella? Yes. Nobody remembers Cinderella 3.
I do because Pinky Boo used to watch it all the time.
Oh God, it was horrible. So the animation was actually pretty okay. But Cinderella 3, for those of you who haven't seen it, they actually use time travel to undo the first movie, and they leave it that way. So canonically, Disney undoes Cinderella, which is considered one of the greatest Disney animated movies of all time, and they leave it that way.
Leave it that way?
They leave it that way because the godmother at the end, she's like, oh, I can just bibbity-bobbity-boo it all back to whatever. And she's like, whatever. And they just leave it that way.
I don't remember who left it all that way or not.
Yeah, it was stupid. I was like, my jaw dropped. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe Disney just retconned one of their classics and left it that way. So I want to see Bambi where Mama lives.
Yes, I want to see that too. Sorry, that was very loud.
But then it's like the butterfly effect because Bambi's mother lives, the apocalypse happens. Like that deer had to die. So then Bambi has
a Bambi horror movie now.
Okay, so Bambi's getting revenge?
Yeah, because his mom's dead.
Oh my God.
I'm not kidding.
Oh my God.
I'm serious.
He's got mommy. No, so what they have to do then is they have to time travel Bambi. Bambi goes back in time like the Terminator, and he has to kill his own mother for the good of the humans that killed. Because the apocalypse is going to happen.
You're hurting my heart. Stop.
The forest is going to burn if Bambi doesn't off his mom.
Stop. It's Valentine's Day. You're just ruining Valentine's Day. I am. First, who wants a wife when you can have a dog that talks? Now Bambi's coming back.
I did not say that. Rewind the video. I did not say that. I did not say that. I did say about Bambi killing his own mother.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know.
Anyway.
Are we gonna wrap this up?
Yes.
Okay. I think it's time to wrap this up. So happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Disney will just release this like under the radar in like 2 or 3
There's
months.
no word from Disney when it's coming. It's delayed apparently with no word about being delayed, no word about when it's coming out. It just stopped. It was supposed to come out February 10th. It didn't. People thought it was coming out today. As of, a few minutes ago, it hadn't. So who knows where the hell it's going to be. They're just going to try to sneak it out if they put it out at all.
They'll stick it in between like 2 other episodes of Doug. They'll release the other episode and then they'll just kind of like put that one like, oh, you must have missed it. Oh, whoopsie doopsie. And it's the middle of July and nobody cares. Oh well. Happy Valentine's Day. All right, we're gonna wrap it up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.